Welcome back, friends. Thanks for being here. This is Steve, and this month is Marcintosh. Yeah. So this is the month where we celebrate all things early Macintosh, and it is the month of March. So Marcintosh, here we are. This is my story of how I got involved with Mac machines and where the origin came from. So in my mind, Mac is anything that's not an Apple, like Apple I, Apple II, Apple III, Apple Lisa, etc., but is, for the purposes of this, not Intel based. So anything that's 68K based or PowerPC based is on the table for this project. So what I'm going to do this month is I have a dual G5 that I'm going to do some work on, and I have an iBook G4 that I'm going to play around with a little bit. And both of those are kind of in pieces throughout the workshop here. If you're on Toad's Discord, you've seen some of the work that I'm doing on the iBook. The PowerPC is a little bit farther ahead than that, but still not yet ready for publication, if you will. So my backstory. When I was a young lad, my mommy and daddy would take me off to work with them, and that got me the ability to mess around on some of the computers that they had available to them at work. So at my mom's work, it was a System 36, and a couple of IBM PS2s, and at my dad's work it was a couple of IBM PS2s, but at my mom's work I could go across the street to the CompuAd store, which was supposed to be selling PC clones, but they also did have a couple of Mac, they kind of look like Mac Classics, but I wasn't 100% sure what the model was because I was this tall at the time. So I played around with them for a little bit, got to know what they did, I knew a little bit about what was going on. Didn't really know what all the hubbub was at the time, but it was cool, it was new, it was neat, it was different. Fast forward a little bit, I had a job in the late 90s, like 99, like about as late 90s as you can get. And somebody left, and at their desk they left a blue and white G3, and inertia set in. That's mine. I put it on my desk and started working with it and played with it for a little bit, and got to, see what the differences were, how the other half lived, if you will. After that, I branched out into my own business, and I had a leftover PC that I was playing with that didn't really have a purpose, and one of my employees had a gray and white, black and white, I don't really know the color of that, but it wasn't the Quicksilver, it was just the G4, the original G4 that came after the blue and white G3. So we traded machines even up, and I played with that for a little while, and then I sold that one. I wish I would have kept it. That's kind of like a recurring theme in my life. I sold it, I wish I would have kept it. And after that, I had another job where there was a leftover iMac blue and white all-in-one unit, and really didn't have a home, didn't have any need for it, didn't really do a whole heck of a lot on its own because time had passed it by, and I decided to make a little MP3 jukebox out of it. So we had a little music machine sitting off in the corner that we could listen to tunes on all day long. That was pretty fun. And then now everything's, well, I would say now, but everything's Intel based for the most part, and now they just came out with a new processor. So I've got a bunch of MacBook equipment sitting around here that I've played with, and I like playing with the old G5 for its OS X abilities, and I'm actually going to be putting some Linux on it, and I'm going to see what I can do with that G4, see if I can turn them into something useful and play with them. And who knows where the world's going next. There is a PowerPC, I want to say 705 or 750 that's in the new Mars rover that just landed, so that's still good. Your Nintendo Wii had a PowerPC G3 in it. There's a project to bring back the PowerPC line into a brand new notebook that's out there and existing. So lots of fun stuff going on in the PowerPC world. I don't know a whole lot going on in the 68K world. I just never really dug all that deep into it. So check the description down below for a couple of other channels that I follow that are also doing some Marcintosh stuff. And make sure you're subscribed here to see some more Marcintosh stuff on my channel. I've got at least 2, maybe 3 videos planned. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being awesome.